Gentlemen, let me ask you this. Has a woman ever said something so nice that it made you drop your defenses only to regret it later? Maybe she called you strong or said you're the best she's ever had, and suddenly you were fixing her problems, paying her bills, or ignoring bad behavior. That's not true romance. That's a plan. The worst kind of manipulation doesn't come from mean words. It comes from kind ones said at the perfect time to make you do what she wants. And once you fall for it, the cost is big. Wasted time, lost money, broken trust. But here's the fact. You can spot it if you know the signs. Today I'll share the 5 nice lies women use to control men, plus a bonus warning sign that shows if she's genuine or just using you. Science tells us this. Men's brains react more to positive praise, while women's brains notice negative things more. What does that mean for you? It means when she gives a compliment, your defenses drop naturally. You feel good, special, even picked. And that's why nice talk is the best tool to guide you where she wants it. Now, before we look at these 5 nice lies, do me a quick favor. Hit that subscribe button so you won't miss a lesson that could save you years of hurt. And answer this honestly in the comments. Have you ever fallen for nice talk before? Just yes or no, because in the next few minutes, I'll show how these harmless sounding words can totally change the power in your relationship. Number 1, I love our conversations. On the surface, this sounds like the nicest thing a woman could say. Every man wants to think his presence, his words, and his mind are so interesting that she can't get enough. And yes, sometimes it's real. But when she keeps saying it without ever trying to meet you in person, that's not a real connection. It's a replacement. She's not picking you. She's using you as a temporary option until something better comes along. Let me explain. When a woman really values your talks, she will want to add a physical connection to the emotional one. She'll make time. She'll want to sit with you, laugh together in real life, and build on what you've started. Words are a start, but actions make it real. If you only get words and nothing more, you're not her partner. You're her backup. Take David, a 52-year-old engineer who was divorced for a few years. He tried online dating and met a woman who was fun through texts. Every night she'd say, I love our conversations. You're the only one who understands me. At first, David felt special. He thought he'd found someone who liked his mind and humor. But when he suggested meeting for dinner, she always had an excuse: late work, family issues, or feeling sick. This kept happening. After months of texting, he saw she never planned to meet. David wasn't her partner. He was her emotional support. The safe choice she used when bored or lonely, while keeping her real life open for others. Here's the tough truth. If a woman only talks to you on her terms, through her phone, when it's easy for her, you're not building closeness. You're giving her attention, and attention is like a drug. She's getting her dose of feeling good while you mix up her chatting with real interest. That mix-up is risky because men are wired to react strongly to positive things. When she says something nice like, "I love our conversations," your brain gets excited. You confuse ease with commitment. So, how do you know if it's real? Watch what happens when you change things. Invite her to your real-life coffee, a walk, dinner. If she always avoids it, the message is clear. She likes keeping you waiting, but not the work of showing up. A woman who really values you won't just like your typed words. She'll want to be with you in person. Gentlemen, the fix is simple but hard. Stop giving endless energy to women who won't meet you in real life. Don't be the emotional cleaner who fixes her boredom late at night through texts. Value your time, value your presence. If she's not willing to match words with actions, step away and find someone who will. And here's where it gets trickier. Once she sees words alone don't keep you, she might step up her game. That's when the compliments flow, aimed right at your ego. Number 2, you're so amazing, so strong, so generous. Let's be real, what man doesn't like hearing this? When a woman says you're handsome, powerful, successful, or generous, it boosts your ego deeply. Compliments feel like energy, especially for men. Your brain releases dopamine, and you feel unstoppable for a bit. But here's the problem. If she's saying it just to prepare you for a request, it's not real praise, it's a tactic. You see, flattery alone isn't bad. We all need it. In a good relationship, it happens naturally. But when every compliment leads to an ask, that's when you know you're not being praised. You're being prepared. It's like a salesperson who calls you smart right before showing the contract. She's not admiring you, she's training you. Mark, a 47-year-old business owner, learned this painfully. He dated a woman who always said, "You're so generous. You're the kindest man I've met." At first, Mark felt proud. Finally, someone saw his good side. But soon, each compliment had a cost. After praising his generosity, she'd mention her phone bill needing payment. A week later, after calling him strong, she'd hint about her broken fence. By the 3rd month, it was her rent. The pattern was obvious. Compliments in, requests out. Mark saw he wasn't in a romance, he was in a deal. Here's what to watch. The timing. Real praise stands alone. Fake praise has attachments. If she says you're amazing and then asks for money, favors, or help soon after, you're being tricked. And the asks aren't always about money. Sometimes it's rides, errands, or emotional work she should do herself. The point isn't the ask's size, it's the repeating pattern. Now, here's the fix. When she compliments you, don't let it fog your thinking. Pause and watch. Does the praise stay by itself, or does it lead to a hidden goal? One easy test. Say thank you and stop there. If she smiles and the moment stays good, it's real. If she switches to, "Actually, could you help with ... double quotes, then you know. Men understand this. A woman who truly values you compliments you because it makes her happy to lift you up, not to get something from your pride. Real love energizes you. Manipulation empties you. If you ignore the difference, you'll pour your resources into someone who doesn't love you, just what you offer. The truth is, your ego can be your weakest spot. Once she knows how to use it, she'll keep pushing that button. But what if she pushes the button every man is weakest to? The one linked to your manhood in bed. Number 3, you're the best lover I've ever had. Every man wants to hear this. It strikes at the heart of male pride. The idea that you're not just good in bed, but the best she's known. It's thrilling. For a man, being named the bedroom king feels like the top validation of being a man. But here's the hard fact. Sometimes that line isn't about you. It's about control. When it's real, it comes naturally. Maybe after a night of great chemistry, she says, "You make me feel things no one else has." That's honest. And you'll see it in her actions: affection, warmth, and steady respect outside bed. But when it's a trick, it often appears when she needs to distract, calm, or hide something. Picture this. She's been distant lately. You feel something's wrong. Maybe you even asked about her flirting online or hiding things. Instead of answering, she pulls you close, gives that praise, and your doubts shrink. You think, why say that if she's not into me? But that's the trap. The compliment isn't proof. It's a cover. Here's why it works. Sexual praise is a strong trigger for men. Science shows men's brains react hard to positive feedback on performance. If she says you're the best, it flips a switch. You feel selected, unique, better than others. In that mood, you're less likely to question or fight back. She's not just flattering, she's calming your guards. So, how to spot the fake look at? What comes next? A real compliment builds closeness. It leads to more care and sharing. A fake one often follows with a request or excuse. She might want forgiveness for something you saw. She might want you to ignore a warning sign or use it to hide that her effort elsewhere is dropping. Here's the fix. Don't let pride blind you. When you hear you're the best lover I've ever had, smile and enjoy it, but don't let it erase facts. Ask, does her overall behavior match her words? Is she consistent with respect and commitment outside bed? If no, that line isn't praise, it's payment. She's paying in flattery to get more freedom without responsibility. Men, your power is in separating ego from judgment. If you can take the compliment without being ruled by it, you win. If not, you'll keep excusing things that hurt your respect. And here's more. If she can control you with intimacy, think what happens when she says the 3 strongest words. I love you. Number 4, I love you. 3 small words every man wants to hear. They can break walls, heal pain, and make you feel like her world. But here's the issue. Sometimes I love you isn't deep feeling. It's a smart move. When said in the wrong place at the wrong time, they stop being a gift and become a tool. Let's clarify. In a healthy relationship, I love you comes naturally. After a special moment, shared fun, a sacrifice, or a quiet night where the bond feels strong. It's supported by steady care, respect, and actions that show the love is true. That's when it builds closeness. But in manipulation, timing matters most. She might say it right before a big ask. Money for bills, help with issues, or covering a mistake. Or right after getting caught wrong to shift your focus from anger. In those times, I love you is less about love and more about advantage. Take John, a 55-year-old in a long relationship. He noticed an odd pattern when he questioned her about secret spending, like taking money from their shared account. Her reply was always the same. With tears, she'd whisper, "But I love you." At first, John softened. He thought, if she loves me, maybe I'm too hard. But soon he saw those words never led to change. They were a shield to avoid blame. The love was based on conditions. It only appeared when she needed to weaken his rules. Here's how to protect yourself. Notice context. How often and what follows? Does she say "I love you" in true close moments, or only when wanting something? Does she repeat it every time you resist, like overriding your gut? And key, what happens after? Real love leaves lasting warmth. Fake love fades once you agree, until next need. Gentlemen, the fix is simple but strong. Don't judge love by words only. Test against actions. When she says "I love you," watch what follows. Does she respect your limits or push them? Does her behavior match the words? Or does she use it as a reset when cornered? If the last those words aren't true feeling, they're traded for your agreement. It hurts to see, but better now than drained over years. Real love grows in truth and action. Fake love hides in timing and excuses. And if "I love you" can be tricky, wait for the 4 words that hit a man's protector side. You're my hero. Number 5. You're my hero. These 4 words can soften a man quicker than anything. Why, every man wants to be seen as strong, dependable, the one she relies on. Calling you hero taps your protector drive. It's flattering. It feels good. It makes you think you're needed. But here's the truth. Sometimes it's not real praise. It's a lure. When sincere, "You're my hero" comes from thanks. Maybe you helped her through hard times, stood by in crisis, or showed up steadily. Then the words are backed by respect, give back, and care after. She admires you for who you are, not just what you do. But when manipulative, it ties to a need. She says it right before asking help with something she should manage alone. Suddenly, being hero means fixing her car, paying bills, or saving her from her own mess. See the pattern? The hero title is offered like a prize, but keeping it costs more each time. Here's the risk. Once you accept the role, you'll overgive to keep the praise. You don't want to lose it, so you prove yourself over and over. Meanwhile, she doesn't respect you. She's handling you. You're not her hero. You're her fixer, banker, safety. So, how to tell? Watch how often it appears. Real thanks isn't planned. It's rare and true. Manipulation is expected. If your my hero comes every time she needs, you're not loved, you're used. Here's the fix. Don't let your need for praise trap you. If she calls you hero, thank her, but don't rush to prove. Step back. Is this something she could handle? Would she still call me hero if I said no? That's the test. If praise vanishes when you stop helping, it wasn't praise, it was fake. Men, remember, you don't need her to make you a hero. Your value doesn't come from saving someone who won't save herself. A true partner won't make you prove worth through endless giving. She admire you for you, not just what you give. And here's the peak. While hero boosts ego, the worst phrase isn't sweet. It's sour, full of guilt, and comes right after you say no. That leads to the bonus red flag. The phrase that isn't sweet. It's not one of the 5 nice lies, but just as tricky. It shows up when you finally say no. That's when you hear the guilt line. You don't care about me. You don't love me. This isn't to flatter. It's to crush you. The aim is to turn things around, make you the villain for protecting yourself. When a woman says this, it's not from love or pain. It's from control. David, the 52-year-old engineer from before, hit this trap. After months as her text buddy, she asked him to buy a fancy bag. When David said no nicely, saying it's not his job, her reply was quick. If you loved me, you'd do it. You don't care at all. Suddenly, he wasn't a man with good boundaries. He was selfish, cold, cruel. For a moment, David doubted himself. Was he too mean, failing her? That doubt was what she wanted. Here's why it works. Most men hate being seen as uncaring. When she hits that core, you rush to prove wrong. You buy the thing, you drop the boundary. You take back the no, and once you do, the cycle sets. Every resistance brings that weapon. It's emotional blackmail as a love test. But love doesn't need endless proof. Love doesn't demand you lose dignity to show care. Real love respects limits. Fake love punishes them. So, how to handle first? See it as manipulation. Don't debate if you care. You know the truth. Second, reply clearly, not defensively. Say, my love isn't shown by gifts or favors. It's by respect. If you can't see that, this isn't love. That stops the guilt and puts focus on her men. Listen, you don't owe love proof every no. A relationship where no is bad isn't partnership, it's captivity. If her affection only lasts when you obey, it's not love. And here's the end twist. You've seen how normal words like I love our conversations, you're amazing, you're my hero can be weapons. It's never the words, it's timing, how often, and what follows. That's the hidden pattern that shows if you're cherished or controlled. So, let's wrap this up. The 5 nice lies. I love our conversations. You're so amazing. You're the best lover. I love you. You're my hero. Plus, the bitter red flag. You do uncare about me, or you do love me, are bad alone. These words are great when true, but in wrong context or time, they stop being love and become tools. Too many men learn this after years drained, years paying others' bills, years forgiving unchanged acts, years carrying a one-sided relationship. Don't make that your life. You can spot warnings now and leave before worse damage. Here's the truth. Real love has no cost. It doesn't demand proof via endless favors or deals. Genuine love stays strong even on no it's shown in respect, steadiness, care not tricks or guilt. So here's my advice. Watch patterns. If her nicest words always have hooks, that's not love. It's control. You deserve more. If this hit home, subscribe now so you catch the next video. We're starting to reveal these hidden ways. Comment below, which nice lie have you heard most? Your story could wake another man. Like and share this video. The more men see, the fewer fall. Stay alert, stay smart, and remember, the nicest words can be the worst lies.